Good morning, guys, and welcome to the European Crossover webinar. Sorry for the delay. I did wake up on time, but I'm in a lot of pain. I slept sideways, and I got a big knot in my neck that is extremely painful. I actually happened to have this chart up. I was up a little bit later, and I was looking. Saw somebody say something about the dollar yen, and I already did the Asia analysis, and we came right into this area. It's actually where I put the resistance for today. Um, we'll take a look at some of the other pairs. I just happen to still have this up here, and wow, look at this dollar yen. I did the analysis on it, saying, "Wow, it's on fire." Um, but we're looking at a weekly chart, and I thought, you know what? If initially, I think I had the um, the resistance level right here, right there, which was going to be, I think it was 1083. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I see some connections here or tagged, and it wasn't perfect, but I thought, that's where I think it could go. Now, and when I was looking at it in Asia, I think it was in the 60s at the time. Might have been a little bit lower. And then, of course, like I said, I posted this, I shared it in the chat room and on Twitter. At the time, we had just hit 1095, and I thought, you know what? I bet you that's it right here. Um, Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put something on the neck. It's really painful. Um, but nonetheless, as I mentioned, this is a pretty good area right here. And when I saw it, when I did the analysis in Asia, like I said, I think it was might have been the early 60s or somewhere in here. And I said, where can it go? I thought, you know what? Wow, there's a lot of good touches there. And so I don't know if it was Forex Live or somebody posted yen hits new highs or something like that, or comes close to 11. I looked on there and I'll be doggone. It was right there, 1095, and then dipped. And I thought, you know what? I think this is it. So I shared it in the chat room and looked, I was right down the high. And I even posted it on Twitter. I think by the time I posted, I think it was already dropped down to 1084, but I thought that was a good area. But anyway, nonetheless, yeah, I'm definitely going to go on and have to put some ice on this. This thing is really painful. So let's go and move in. Let me see. Let's go and pull up the calendar. Hang on. I guess I can do that. I'm going to pull up Reuters for that, but that Reuters thing is doing messed up. It's not messed up. It's just for some reason pulling up these other countries. So let's take a look at what's coming up today, and then we'll move right into the analysis. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's pulling up all these crazy countries like this one, Hong Kong. What the heck do I want to know what Hong Kong is doing? This one, Greece. So let's see, for today, we're last day of the month, so we got the end of quarter. We do have, hold on. Oh, wow, we did have unemployment out of Germany. That hit right before the top of the hour. Let's take a look where the euro is at right now. Like I said, I got up on time, but I had to go on and lay back down again. I was under so much pain. I don't know what good that was going to do, but anyway, we've jumped up a little bit. Got as low as 1703. We're at 1744 now. Unemployment change minus 8,000. We did have French CPI earlier, a couple hours ago, and we did have UK GDP. Let's take a look at the cable right now. It's up 24. We were into some support here, and as we roll into the States, I think we should be getting an ADP today. Now we do have HICP flash Eurozone at the top of the hour, and this is so crazy. Well, yeah, there it is. There's ADP. That's what I'm saying. Now that it's even look at this, even close Brazil. But yeah, ADP's there. So ADP's today at 8:15 Eastern, and then we do have Canadian GDP and Chicago PMI and pending home and sales. NASDAQ was actually working a little bit higher in Asia, and then it gets paired back a little bit. Like I said, I literally just got up. So let's go and move into the analysis. Let me shut down this Reuters. I think it's painful. Let's go on and move into the euro. And we'll cover them one by one, and then we'll go on and move into the, we'll look at indices of Bitcoin, which they're part of the our new bias chart now. And for those that are new, not new, but you're coming, may not have been here, we've gone and now, let me go on and open up the bias chart. Saw that says new. We've scaled down the markets. There's going to be a greater focus on technical analysis when, I was carrying all these markets all the way down to here, just had to go on and fly through this stuff. And that really didn't do anybody any good. I mean, we thought at some levels, we certainly would look at them, but couldn't spend enough time. Now we can offer a little bit more time to work with this. So obviously this isn't the new update right now. I mean, this is the markets we're covering, but we'll get to the analysis. So let's move this out of the way. Oh my goodness. Euro remains weak as we head to what could be a big NFP. Support on Wednesday will be 1685. You can see that right there. I believe with the strong NFP, the pair can challenge 1655. Resistance will be 1767. So I did go on and update this, kind of updated the chart. It took me a little bit of time to say, okay, where are we going? Where are we at? And I was going to put the I think it was right here, which it did make sense. I had support here at 1703 because if you go with this body, it comes in. Actually, I think it came in at 8. You look right there with this body right here, and you know that I like to go to the support levels and resistance at the body. So if you look at that body right there, and it confluences with that wick, that gave me 1707, and the market just barely dipped below that. And I thought, and we were already, I think, near the lows anyway. I think we were at like about 1708 or 09 at the time. I thought, you know what, this can still dip a little bit lower. So I kind of had to adjust these things and go. And I also updated here to 1655. Now, like I said, they think we may see a real whammo NFP. There are whisper numbers of as much as 1 million. Thanks, Didier. He said, try. You know what? That's a good idea. The bomb. So I'm going to try the ice, like Amanda said. Oh, God, that hurts. And then I am going to try some bomb. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Definitely going to go and try that when I wrap up this. I'm going to try the ice first and just kind of lay down with like Amanda says, like a sock of ice. But I do have some things. They shipped me some stuff, and it had like these cooling bags. And so I threw them in the freezer previously, and they're frozen. I think I might throw one of those under me and where my neck is and lay back down. Anyway, so enough of that. So as I said, I looked and said, okay, well, we're working lower. The support actually was coming in right there. And I did spy that in Asia, and it was 17, I guess it's 1708. And I thought, well, we're already there. What if this thing decides to gun some stops below 17? So this is where I'm looking. You see this wick here, and this wick there, and this wick here. So I thought, and I guess the data probably helped, if we gun some stops, we go to 1605. Now, looking at Friday, I think we can get down to potentially, if the euro stays quiet in the sense that we stay down here, then maybe we can blow through that, and I would look for some support between all the way down to 1655. We may see a stab there if we see a big number, and then maybe we'll start to come off of that, okay? But that's where we're at right now. So enough of that. Let me just go on and update this. So once again, we'll recap it again. Euro remains weak as we head to what could be a big NFP. Support on Wednesday would be 1685, and I believe with the strong NFP, the pair can challenge 1655. Resistance will be 1767. So here we go. Doggone, come on. Oh, 1685. 17. Sorry, I can't tilt my head too much. It hurts to look down at the keyboard. Okay, here we go. So let's go move into cable. Now, cable did go in and pull back, but we kind of held here, but it still looks a little bit weakish. So let's go now into cable. So the cable remains on the defensive. Support for the pair will be 36.65. So I was giving them opportunity in case they did gun some stops. They're a little bit weaker in Asia. I mean, it's still kind of in this area here, I think, maybe a little bit lower, I think, but it wasn't like it was falling apart like the euro was at the time. But I did allow for them in case they did goose some stops. So 36.85 with resistance at 38.18. Looks like we may be going for that 38.18. So let's go 36.85. Wow, you didn't hear my neck cricking. 38.18. Okay. Onward to the Aussie dollar. Doing a little bit okay here with the Aussie too. Didn't really see anything other than we're kind of falling apart here, but it's not completely coming unglued. But once again, we may be dipping and taking some stops on the P day. But then again, it's kind of interesting because that would give us risk on, and then so maybe that will be more favorable for the Aussie if we do get that strong NFP number. Aussie continues its weakness. Support on Wednesday would be 75.72 with resistance at 76.48. And on to the dollar yen. And let's go to the weekly chart. Oh, see, we're still pulling back. That's why I shared that at the time on not only in the chat, but I shared it also on Twitter. We had just hit 1095, and I posted the chart, but we were starting to just barely back down a little bit. And I thought it was key because I thought, man, I think this is it. This is it right here. And certainly we are still pulling back from that. That's why I wanted to post it in the room, post it on Twitter. Update, dollar yen is on absolute fire. Resistance will be 10.93, but a strong NFP may send the pair to 11.53. Support is going to be 10.18. So you can see, and same thing here, I updated this obviously because we were just going through the sign markers like crazy. So, goodness gracious. 10.93 and 10.18. Ooh. Onto the cash dollar index. There we go. Okay, the dollar index closed above 93 on the backdraft of a falling euro and yen. With a possible strong NFP, the index can reach 93.87 by Friday. Resistance for Wednesday will be 93.53 with support at 92.90. So 93.53, and we got up as high as, not bad, 93.43. So 93.53, 92.90. Mm. Oh, God, that hurts. Okay, 9353. And let's go and move into Bitcoin. Holy smokes, man, this is really a lot of pain. I gotta move my neck real slow. Okay, wow, we did, and we yesterday we talked about this 58 150. We said at least for now it's resistance. Now we were pressing up against it at the time, and we broke above it. And look, wow, we even jumped up here almost to 60, and boy, we have come off quite a bit. So when we look at where the resistance would have been, hang on, I gotta move around slow as molasses. Let's get this one. Oh wow. You see the body touches here. Now we have wicks way up in here, but that's why I say you see the most right there. You see it closes here. This one goes above it. This one doesn't quite make it. This one takes it out but closes down. This one takes it out but closes down. And so that would be a resistance. Of course, it's after the fact. I did not update this in Asia. 59, 544. Hang on. And that's why that 58, 150 was so key. This is 59, 544. Now, where would the resistance be now? But this is beyond that, okay? So right now, the resistance here, we're trying to make it back up here, would be there. 58, 455. If they try and come right back up, that'd be pretty solid. So 58, 455. There we go. Oh, doggone. Support, well, you can see it right there. I hate to put it, but I mean that's where support would be, because I put it with the bodies, and that's where it went to, and that's exactly where it dipped down to. Look at that. Hate to be like I'm picking it, but I didn't update it in Asia, so you can see here it went right down there to this body, which is 57,037, and you can see what they did. What you see right here, see how they took out the lows, and look how much demand there was. They did take out the lows, but we were so close with it here. They took out the lows and goose the stops by just a little bit, and then quickly snapped right back. So it's going to be 57,000. Well, we had it before, 57,037. So there you go. That's going to remain the same. Let's go move into the ES. Ooh, hang on. Okay, let's just see where we're standing here. Now, this is on the 2-hour chart. And like I said, these markets are so volatile, and we're also into quarter. You can quickly jump to this. So that's why it's tough to just say, oh, it's here, it's there. And I think yesterday we had... Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness. 39.42. Oh, my goodness. And the low was 39.41 a quarter. Okay, not bad. That was, I mean, it rolled, because remember, these are good till the next 24 hours. So we finally dipped down here and got down there. It's tricky because it's into the quarter. We might see a lot of hijinks in light of what happened with that Archipelagos, or however you say it. I still like that area, because remember, see, we saw that with this wick in here. That's where you can't with these two wick touches. I just don't know if they can try and press a little bit lower on that. And 30.39 doesn't seem like much. Well, there's a lot of touches right here. Doggone it. And I don't even like putting it this close. Tell you what, we're going to put it right there. 39.37. And on the upside, once again, same thing, end of quarter, we might just blast off like bananas. But for right now, it's going to be very key. Let's just go with this body touch right there. 39.53. 39.53. If they take off beyond that, you know where they're going to go to, 39.66. Let's go and take a look at the NASDAQ. Take a look at a 2-hour chart. Well, you can see what's key right now is this area, which is going to be 12,962. Yeah, that would be key. And support on the downside. Mm-mm. 12,790. 12,790. And let's go and take a look at the gold market. No, we're still stuck in win over here on the gold. Let's go and look on a weekly chart. Oh, doggone, don't have it on a weekly chart. I'm going to put remove all drawings. This is not going to let me. Okay, there we go. So let's see where we're at right now. We're at 1685. See if we can. Right there. Some decent support right there weekly. 16 comes in 1686. And just below that is this wick right there, which it did hit. Let's call it 1679. And resistance, let's go to a daily. Right there, 1696. And then lastly, let's take a look at crude. And we'll, over the next few days, we'll even look at profiles for this. Some of these markets just that, like I said, my neck is absolutely killing me. Let's go on and move into the crude oil market. And this is all over the place. We'll take a look at it on the 4-hour chart. I generally don't use 4-hour charts, but I do use them on bonds. And I notice it seems that it's going to get a better idea of things that are going on crude oil also. So you can see right here that, see this close here, and actually this close and wick, that's 61.33. So that's going to be resistance, 61.33. And support, well, we seem to be kind of holding in here. If we break beyond this, it's going to be a little bit tough there. So let's go right now for this, which is going to be 60.39. That might be a little bit too close, but that's going to be support. And that's going to be our bias chart today. Like I said, I'll be spending some more time with, we'll be looking at profiles and things like that. It's just that, honestly, I was lucky to even be able to do the webinar this morning. It was in pretty bad shape. So there we are, the bias chart. And let's see here. And I'm going to get that printed out and post that in the chat room. And thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar.